Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing how to prepare a simple mutton cooker biryani which can be prepared just under 30 minutes. So this is one of the favorite biryani for bachelors as it has only few ingredients to be added to get this delicious mutton biryani. So these are the ingredients that we would be using for the biryani, and I've taken 3 cups of bullet rice and soaked it for about an hour. So here there is 750 grams of mutton which is washed thoroughly and cooked for about 4 to 5 whistles by adding salt and turmeric. By adding salt and turmeric, the mutton's flavor is also getting inflated. So here I have taken a cooker and I have added sufficient amount of oil to it and allow it to simmer for about 20 seconds, followed by 2 to 3 tablespoons of ghee, which enhances the aroma as well as the flavor. Now we need to add shajira, bay leaves, cardamom, ilachi, cloves. Then we have the flour and marathi moog, all of it to be added back into the cooker and allow it to simmer for about 50 to 60 seconds so that the aroma and the flavor of the cardamoms and other spices mix up with the oil. Later on, you can take a roughly chopped onion, which is 3 in number, which is of medium size, and I'm adding it to the oil so that the oil and the spices catches the flavor and aroma of the onion as well. So I would be cooking this unless and until the onion turns translucent, and later add 7 to 8 green chilies followed with salt. This will enhance the flavor and also allows the onions to cook and have a deeper penetration of salt into the onions. Take a 2 spoons of ginger garlic paste and add it to it and simmer it and stir it for about a minute so that the raw smell of the ginger garlic paste can be eliminated. By doing this, the masalas will be cooked better and it enhances the flavor. So now it's the time to add the spice powders. So first I have added 1.5 teaspoon of garam masala, 1.25 teaspoon of dhania powder, where you can increase the dhania powder for 2 tablespoons as well. Later on, I'll be adding nearly 1.5 spoon of red chili powder, where you need to balance this with the green chilies as you need to know the quantities and how much you have been adding to it. Then add turmeric for the color that you desire to have it to your biryani. Have a good saute of it. Don't burn them as it might hamper the taste of the biryani. So just ensure that you give a proper mix of it. And now take 3 medium sized tomatoes and give a good stir, which is roughly chopped. You can just do it for a minute or so, and once this is done, take 4 to 5 teaspoon or tablespoon of curds and give it a good mixture of it, and unless and until the curd is being completely immersed in the oil. As the oil is being discharged on the corners of the cooker, at this stage you can add the coriander and the pudina. By adding coriander and pudina, you can ensure that the aroma and the flavor is even more added to the biryani. So give a good salt of it unless and until this pudina and coriander is little sorted well with the oil so that it discharges its flavor and enhances it. So now you can see there is a good amount of oil which is discharged from the masala. At this stage you can add the boiled and cooked mutton to it so that the mutton can cook for about 5 to 6 minutes so that the masala as well as the mutton can be mixed and cooked and enhances the flavor even more. So by doing this, you'll be able to get a tastier gravy, which is the ideal and a crucial role player of the biryani. So just have a good of it, and later on, please to remember the mutton which we have added now has the salt and turmeric. The stock, the mutton stock also has the turmeric and salt, and in the initial stage also we added the salt. So there are 3 different stages and areas the salt is being present. Have a good ratio of the salt to what you've been adding, and then you can adjust the ratios. So now I've added the mutton stock, but still there was a little lesser when it comes to the quantity of the salt. Therefore, I've added the salt and I'm giving a good stir to it. And at this point of time, I don't allow it to boil. I'll be adding rice immediately to it, and I'll ensure that I give it a good stir so that the water and the rice cooks together, to avoid a plate of rice which would be burnt underneath the bottom of the cooker. So at this stage you can check for the salt and spice. If needed, you can add so. Immediately close the lid and allow it to whistle for about 2 to 3. Once the pressure is down, you can open the lid, and there you go with the simple and tasty mutton cooker biryani. So this mutton cooker biryani just happens by one particular trick, is that you need to avoid using hot boiling water. Rather, use the room temperature water, add the rice and close it immediately, so that both the rice and the water cooks together, so that you don't have any wastages of rice. So at this particular stage, I'll be adding about 2 to 3 spoon of ghee or more, to ensure that the ghee reaches the deep and corner of the rice granules, so that you get the best of the best taste with regards to the biryani. So again, ensure that you give it a good stir when it is hot, so that it penetrates deep into the rice and you get that concerned taste and the flavor of the biryani. So now this biryani can be served hot. You can plate it. You can give a combination with regard to raita, either chicken or the mutton curry. So this how the final outlook of the mutton biryani looks. Hope you enjoyed my video. If so, you can subscribe to my channel. You can click that subscription, like my channel, and at the same time share it as much as possible. See you next time. Until then, take care. Bye.